He sued his own label? Wait, what just happened? That's what everyone asked when news broke that Drake's defamation lawsuit had been dismissed, a case tied to his ongoing feud with Kendrick Lamar. It sounds like a plot twist from a rap documentary. A diss track turns into a courtroom battle, and the judge ends up quoting the First Amendment instead of song lyrics. But it's all real, and the outcome has major implications for music, free speech, and creative expression. Let's break down how it started, why it ended this way, and what it means for both artists and the culture watching them. From beats to briefs, how it all began. Drake and Kendrick's rivalry has been brewing for years. Their lyrical tension reached boiling point in 2024 when diss tracks like Euphoria, Push-Ups, Family Matters, and Not Like Us lit up the charts and the internet. But while most fans saw it as lyrical sport, one song hit a nerve: Kendrick's Not Like Us. The track accused Drake of disturbing behavior, including references that Drake claimed were defamatory. Instead of firing back on the mic, Drake went to court, filing a lawsuit not against Kendrick, but against Universal Music Group, UMG, the label that distributes both artists' music. His argument? UMG knowingly promoted and profited from false claims that damaged his reputation. Yep, Drake sued his own label. The legal chess game. So why not sue Kendrick directly? Simple: free speech protections. Rap is often treated legally as artistic expression, meaning that lyrics, even wild ones, are seen as creative opinion, not factual statements. By going after the label instead, Drake's team hoped to argue that UMG had a corporate responsibility not to spread harmful content. UMG clapped back, saying Drake couldn't claim defamation when he willingly engaged in the feud and used equally harsh language in his own music. They argued Kendrick's lines were clearly hyperbolic and artistic, not factual. And that's the argument that ultimately won. The judge's ruling: case dismissed. In October 2025, Judge Jeanette Vargas threw out Drake's lawsuit. Her reasoning was crystal clear: no reasonable listener would take the lyrics in Not Like Us as literal truth. In her words, the song was filled with figurative, hyperbolic, and confrontational language typical of rap battles. To put it simply, no one believes rappers mean everything they say in a diss track. The judge ruled that the lyrics were protected opinion, not defamation. The result? Case dismissed. Drake's team has already announced plans to appeal, but the message from the court was loud and clear: in hip-hop, artistic expression still has powerful protection. Winners, losers, and lessons. Kendrick Lamar. The undisputed winner both in music and now legally. Not Like Us became a cultural anthem, and the court ruling only cements its place as a modern classic. Drake. It's a tough blow. The lawsuit's dismissal reinforces the perception that Lamar outplayed him lyrically and legally. But Drake's appeal could reopen the conversation, and knowing Drake, he might channel the frustration into his next project. UMG and the industry. Record labels come out looking strong. The dismissal protects them from being sued for artists' lyrics, as long as it's clear the work is creative, not factual. It's a win for artistic freedom, but also a reminder that in music, the courtroom usually isn't where battles are won. The bigger picture. This isn't just about Drake and Kendrick, it's about artistic freedom in the age of virality. In a world where songs become news stories and social media blurs fact and fiction, courts are being forced to define where art ends and defamation begins. This ruling reinforces that context matters. A lyric in a diss track is performance, not testimony. But it also raises an uncomfortable question: how far can artists go before their art causes real harm? For creators, the takeaway is clear: express yourself boldly, but understand the line between opinion and accusation. What happens next? Drake's appeal could keep this story alive, but most experts doubt it'll be overturned. The First Amendment gives artists wide protection, and the court's reasoning was firm. Still, this case will likely be cited in future disputes over lyrics and artistic intent, especially as hip-hop continues to shape cultural and legal debates. For now, Kendrick walks away untouched. Drake takes a hit, but not a knockout. And fans? They get front row seats to one of the most fascinating intersections of music, law, and culture in recent history. Final thoughts. The dismissal of Drake's lawsuit isn't just another rap headline, it's a statement about how society views art and truth. The judge's message is clear. You can battle with words, but don't expect the court to settle the score. Drake may have lost this round, but he's still one of the most calculated artists in music, and if history tells us anything, he'll turn this L into lyrical gold. Kendrick, meanwhile, walks away untouched, his pen sharper than ever. So what do you think? Should lyrics this bold be protected under free speech, or did the court go too far? Drop your thoughts below, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more deep dives into the biggest moments shaping music and pop culture.